Alright, let's resume. So, something to check the fingerprints on the safe, huh? What a cute little safe. Looks like a 4-digit. Okay, alright. Enter the first two numbers, 7 and 9. Wait, do you think... I wonder what's inside this safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last two numbers? Well, I know the first two are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record that can help us figure out the last two numbers. I wonder. I've got just the thing. Well, I have an idea. I knew it, Apollo. What is it? Well, all we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next two numbers are. No. Back up. Wrong button. Take that! Ooh, you press the numbers. When you press the numbers, you'd have to touch them with your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we can find the buttons with the fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. Okay. Let's just cover the whole goddamn thing. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So it's... Look, you can see the oily finger residues clearly. I have a bunch of partial prints here. We have one almost clear print down on the lower left there. I wonder if that matches up with anybody. Look, 7 and 9. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open this safe. Let's give it a shot. 5-2. It's one or the other. Code confirmed. It opened. What have we here? This looks like a medical chart. There's an X-ray in here with it. An X-ray. Can't make heads or tails of it. And I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient it says walkie-talkie. So this is Walkie, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be here in this safe? Let's see, the physician's signature says Pal Maractus. What is it, Apollo? Look here where it says who filled the chart. Let's see, Nurse Alita Tiala. Alita Tialita is Walkie's fiance. That's one Ida too many, Apollo Low. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Well, I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic. Odd that she neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had her reasons. So Alita Tiala worked at the Maractus Clinic, and she had access to Walkie-Talkie's medical chart. You got the I and the Y wrong, Apollo Low. Did I accidentally read that correctly? Whatever. Be very interesting to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? Walkie's chart added to the court record. Yeah, who could... Oh, I already know who can help decipher. Let's look at all this. What are these science experiments? Whoa, what are these? wall is covered with beakers. Eek! Something's moving inside that one. You look, Apollo. Hey, look yourself. You can't... Oh. It's a goldfish. Wow, they're all fish? So many kinds. Whoever designed this had a sick sense of humor. Okay. What's this doing here on the floor? Kind of an expensive looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burned out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. Why is it standing up on the floor like that then? Hey, look at the cord. There's a red splotch on a part of the cord. You think that's blood? It's a little bright for blood, almost pinkish. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. Lamp added to the court record. Okay, let's look at the lamp then. Let's go into our evidence and look at the lamp. There we go. What is this? This cord runs to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain. Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped. Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? I used to write my name on my magic ropes. That's not the same thing. Let's look at the broken bulb here. The bulb was broken. It won't turn on. Duh. Oh, how is it broken? Don't touch that. You'll cut yourself. Oh, don't touch that. You'll cut yourself, said Apollo. Eek, says Trucy. Yeah. Fool me once. Shame on me. My finger. You're bleeding. Let me see that. Wait. Magic blood. Gotcha. Please don't do that again. I had someone do that. I was a supervisor at a retail chain, I'll say, and someone did that to me. Like one of the employees had a blood cap, and they're like, "Oh, I cut myself with a box cutter," and I'm like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" You know, I'm like, "Okay, let me look at it. Let me look," and he's fucking around, and finally he just shows me that no, it's a blood cap. And it's, why? Anyway, I know that's not much of a story, but it just reminded me that somebody actually did that to me. Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about without my coworkers injuring themselves on the evidence. Okay, is there anything on the bottom here? Nope. Oh, I guess I could have looked through the top, couldn't I have? Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, let's look at the forensics examination. Oh, not for medical examination. Walkie-talkie palmarectus, Alita Tiala. Okay, bullet lodged near heart. It's almost like she's a suspect. This potted plant has seen better days. That doesn't make sense either. What doesn't? Normally burglars are looking for valuables, right? That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar. So why look under a potted plant? Maybe they were looking for the key to the safe. I've heard of people putting their house keys under plants, but the key to a safe? Then maybe the burglar was looking for the house keys. This is getting nowhere fast. Okay, Hey, there's a grape juice bottle. The window is ajar. No, it's a window. That must be how our burglar escaped. I wonder who it was. Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick here. Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. I'd give it another month myself. Whoever broke in obviously needed to break in today. You know, was there anything else in that safe? Because I remember the cat. Oh, what do we have here? This looks like a bullet hole. You can see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of a safe? Hey, the bullet came out. The tip is squished. Not surprising, given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. Bullet added to the court record. Okay, what's this down here? It's a nothing. That's what it is. Okay. I guess that's it. Alright, we're done here. Back to the main clinic. Take a quick look around, see if there's anything else to examine. I don't think so. Reception. Quiet, please. Okay. Let's move to Eldune's house. We got something to show him. Where is he? Great, the one time we need him and he's not around. He's not gonna be in the garage, is he? That was worth a shot. Let's go to... Let's go to the office. Because again, for some reason, we have to move through the office to get to the other clinic. Which makes no sense at all. June 16th, Hickfield Clinic. Ah, the prodigal attorney. Prodigal, I don't know. You return. Welcome, Apollo. I heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something? I could use a little diversion. What did Detective Sky say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago, please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. Alright, let's see. Is there any evidence we should show him? Well, I don't know yet, but we should... I forgot to examine the bullet. Wow, it's almost mushed. That was one tough save. You know, it looks kind of yummy. Huh? Like ice cream. Mmm, caramel. You certainly have an active imagination, Trucy. Okay, I guess that's it. Oh, wait. I was gonna... Should I present anything to him? Walkie's chart. Slippers. No, there's really nothing that he needs to see, I think. Maybe show him the car mirror, because, like, that's the only thing that's really relevant. Here. Ah, so that was what led you to the guilty party. Yes. Thanks to you ripping the mirror off the car, I was able to deduce the... You make a good point, Apollo. In fact, it could be said that I'm to thank for finding the criminal. Think what you want, Mr. Wright. Knock yourself out. Okay. 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news. I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yeah. He was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school. He took the bar exam abroad, in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, a forging attorney himself? The forging attorney himself. How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial? Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence, maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it? But, I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery for now. Okay, is there anything else I should present to him? Hey, your daughter's panties. We found these too. They're Trucy's. Thanks, Apollo. Though I have to admit, as a father, I wonder, why are you still carrying my daughter's panties around in your pocket? Ack, that'll teach me to show off my evidence to Mr. Wright. It's refreshing to be so thoroughly ignored for a change. Alright. I do a lot more evidence spamming in this game because you just never know. Here, I'll show you this gun. Okay, how about this lamp? Okay. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of him. Yeah. Okay. The Write Anything Agency. Let's see. Eldoon's house. Let's see if he's back yet. Damn it. Okay. Kentucky Mansion? That lady is still trying to get in. People Park. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Next, you'll have us analyzing face prints. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Let's see. Yeah. Those sandals. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Got one right here. I think I just might, actually. Really? Yeah, we showed it to you earlier, dummy. Detective Sky, can you compare this sample with this other print? Take that! This pair of slippers, toe print and all. Oh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course, hang on. Bingo! Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we're the ones who found the prints. Perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know? I can't say, not yet. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth. Anything to talk about? Nope. Anything else to present? Say, could you take a look at this lamp? The bulb's broken. Right, strange, isn't it? Really, I break bulbs all the time. My desk is a mess and my lamp is always falling over. Not too bright, huh? Ouch. Still think it's kind of odd. Okay, how about this bullet? Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. Trucy, wait! What? This bullet was inside the safe, right? That means the police don't know about it yet. Oh, right, we can't use this in the trial tomorrow. We can use this in the trial tomorrow. Do I have to repeat myself every time? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do so quietly. Okay. Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. Trucy, okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Found it in a safe, shut up. Okay, so now do we go to Eldune's stand? Damn it. Okay. Hmm. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Once again, I'm stumped. Okay, Eldune's house will pan to the left, back to the right. Let's go to the office. Let's go to Hickfield Clinic. He's gone. Back to the agency. Let's go to the detention center. Finally. June 16th, detention center, visitor's room. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back and Daddy's... Oh, you again. Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, Man. Now I'm all in a funk, and it's his fault. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson, and failed clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Let's talk. Guilty verdict. Hey man, you won't see me bugging out about 1 or 2 guilty charges. But what if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give me the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. About your father. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob. Over my dead body. I spend my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail for my sake. Okay, I kind of have a sneaking suspicion that if I show him these shoes... Walkie, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. For Miss Tiala? Yeah, a birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad. So cute, man. So these sandals are hers. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Sandals updated in the court record. Okay, what else should we show him? Huh? What's that? Some kind of X-ray? Wait. That's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look. Here in particular, where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala. Huh? You lawyers do your homework. So you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So? Could you tell us a bit more about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. Okay. Actually, let's see. Was there something else? Oh, that's just the autopsy report. Okay. He wouldn't know anything about the lamp. Man, this is so far off the hook. It's off the chain, G. Seems preoccupied with something else. How my Alita's doing? Man, I miss her. Okay, so he doesn't know anything about the bullet. Okay. Always worth checking. Walkie and Alita. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure, but they came in and got me. Hauled me off to the docks. The Maractus Clinic? That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me. She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, the bad guys always get the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it a thought. She said it real quiet like, on the down low. Know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me. So that was the proposal? You know it, an oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done. We were out of there. See you later. Bye. About that op. Yeah, didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. And the cat is back. What do you want? The health checkup was the boss's idea, you said. Here she is. You're going to hear cat meows probably for the remainder of the video. Okay. Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the bullet at the checkup? Yeah. That's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cap pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now. Aren't I? Incidentally, Apollo. Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. Okay. And just like that, we run out of things to talk about. Yeah, I guess we leave. Back to the office. The office that connects the detention center to everywhere else in town. Please be home, Eldoon. Thank God. Mr. Eldoon, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucy Doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Eldoon, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldoon, you know, there is a clinic next door that needs a new occupant, and you know what I'm kind of, you know what I'm thinking here? But in the meantime, take a look at this. Mr. Eldoon, could you take a look at this? A medical chart. Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldoon? What? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates. And someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way, it's like he's a completely different person. I forgot about this. Talk. Walkie's chart. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie feller's not going so well. He's got a bullet right upside his head. Wait, did that say his heart? Sorry. Right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that bullet's stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doctor'd be eager to fiddle with. You mean... It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year, tops. But Walkie's operation was already a half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great. Just great. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair. Despair? About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out. The Kitakis? You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So, he skips the operation, and Walkie's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful. And which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened. That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die. There's a darkness in this world, Trucy doll, waiting hungry. Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kids' games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even the world. So Walkie... He's real lucky to be alive even now. No. There's one problem. Apollo? This chart, look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala. That's right, this operation was how they met. Yeah, the problem is, she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed. Ah. Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking? Apollo? What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? To be continued. Alright. And we'll be back in just a little bit. For the last leg of this, we're going to go back to court. So, don't you go nowhere. We'll be right back.